If ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training. On that front, the Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, COTVET, through a Skills Development Fund, is spearheading that agenda in Ghana.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was, I think, number 8 in the world when it comes to cybercrime.
On this program, we shall open up the SDF to you.
So SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff to be very productive.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
We are now even positioned to train about 400 workers.
We gave them $276,000 US. There is a fund from which we are giving grants to businesses to address these challenges.
You develop these moringa plants into product like soap, creams. Okay. My name is Albert Tankra and I bring you SDF Diaries. Make a date with me on GTV. SDF is an initiative of the Government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida. The beauty and cosmetic industry globally is a billion-dollar industry. In Ghana, it is still an emerging industry. It is fraught with a lot of challenges, chiefly among them skills development. That is where SDF comes in. Today we're in Dormaa, Ahenkro, and going to spend some time with the Beauty and Cosmetics Association here in Dormaa, Ahenkro. It promises to be exciting, incisive, and educative. Stick and stay with me. You're on SDF Diaries.
One of the key challenges facing the informal sector is the lack of adequate skills to engineer competitiveness and enhance productivity. In Ghana, the private sector is dominated by the large informal sector, which provides employment to over 80% of the private sector employment. Among the fastest growing occupations in the sector is the beauty and cosmetic industry, an industry which provides employment to over 500,000 people. The beauty and cosmetics industry has in the past decade witnessed the infusion of modern trends and products, metamorphosing the industry focus from the traditional hairdressing-based one to a contemporary beauty and cosmetics industry of which hairdressing is only but a product. Other new products and services in the industry include pedicure, manicure, grooming, massage, among others.
I hair extension from weave-on to bonding, but then no more micro-strand extension. Now, no, with the mature one, it will reduce the time now the year. And for example, bet me I shall weave on in and I said, why is a CA, why a pony, and can first fan and use bonding glue in and I say, and call Bohano, but say, no share way now, why a micro-strand extension I was side hand say. With that one, if I'm an time, I'm really fast. And then chain is also one with their output as well. And then their Sikana Suswa airbeam because me who say I have no charge here. And I'm saying will be used to the Omoya than into charging to make us no. But since it's a new technology now, almost and a technique and a banana of charging even 2 cities, 3 cities, the person is willing to pay because it's new in town. And basically, that's it.
The sector is, however, not without challenges, especially in rural areas where access to skills upgrading is basically unavailable. This is perpetuated with the proliferation of the few beauty and cosmetic industry training providers in Accra and Kumasi. It is worthy of mention that, whereas skills training in that sector is driven mainly by mastercraft persons through apprenticeship. The lack of skills upgrading opportunities for mastercraft persons who are trainers further translate to inadequate skills transferred to trainees, thereby making them uncompetitive in terms of product and service diversification, profit maximization.
Informal sector dealing with the cosmetology trade, we have realized that about 99% of them are ladies, and we have a lot of challenges. Among some of them we have realized that most of them are either JHS graduate or even school leavers, and the chemicals they are dealing with have been labeled with English language. So some of them find it being difficult to read the description, and then when it comes to mixture of the chemicals, it's a big challenge to them. Secondly, because of their lack of education, they lack customer care. Some of them, the way they treat the apprentice and the customers is not the best. So before you realize, one person will come today, the next time you may not see the person again. So customer care and then interpersonal relationship is very poor compared to the apprentices and then their customers. Third, we don't have set standard for this training. You know, when you take the formal sector, we have what we call syllabus, but competence-based training we call occupational standard. But cosmetology, we don't have set standard which they follow. The methods of impacting knowledge is also a challenge. The masters don't know facilitating method of training these apprentices. Another challenge is the trade associations. All the informal sector have established trade associations, but the cosmetology, they have about 7 fragmented trade associations. So if you want to harmonize, it becomes a problem. But fortunately, we have 3 or 4 of them, if I can be mentioned. They are national in character, like GABA, Ghana Hairdressers and Beauticians Association. We have National Association of Beauticians and Hairdressers. We have Progressive. They are national in character. So these 3 trade associations, they are better than other fragmented trade associations. Another challenge, they lack computer literacy. Most of them don't know what we call internet facilities, or they don't even have email address where they can access information on the net. So it becomes a challenge. So all along, all the work they do, like when I talk of chemical medicine, it's trial and error. You may see a master who allow his or her apprentice to tie somebody's live hair, and before you realize the person, because he's doing trial and error, he may spoil the person's hair, and that will take years to cause the remedy that apprentice have caused that woman. Secondly, they don't have database. You know, if you are a businessman or businesswoman and you have database of your apprentice, you can call to find out, or what we call follow-up. That will entice you to increase your customer at the same time, increase your income. So they don't have database of their customers. That is also another challenge they are facing.
Effort to provide professional support to members in the beauty and cosmetics sector has led to a proliferation of several professional groups, usually referred to as trade associations. One of such trade associations is the National Association of Beauticians and Hairdressers, NAB, a group with representation at the national, regional and district levels nationwide. One of such districts where NAB operates is the Dormaa Ahenkro district, from where SDF has been supporting 50 NAB members with a grant amount of 66,894 Ghana cedis to acquire skills upgrading in facial treatment, micro-strand extension, hair fusion and customer care.
National Association of Beauticians and Hairdressers, NAB Ghana, Ma, ma yake kenwa boy ye tree and the extra nyama be brace say ye mai die ye chechere ma no nkola ni nyina asania ye bituma siesie fi sansa o mo ye binum ayire dachi eni tinye tree no nko a eho adwuma na ye enti 1970 na me bebie ku no Dormaa high tree na ne bebie wi ase kon bibia wanka ho amomu a enye ye tire pese boabo ye mo tie ka ye ho bom ba cha se ye kakra kakra tumi abe ku e wo Dormaa the entire bar SDF ne say na we as nema nyina ekwa animu enti bi mu tumi free akokuma senka na o makoye o muti na ye hu se dabi esese ye hia bibi sanse ne wo hwe we as ko no bi akobo no master wo ye say ndina so adwuma mu no ye hia bibi a ye betumi aboa adwuma no sane a ye client no mu ntu kwan emfiri anko Kumasi Anankran, Enkoyomuti, and we trade the Yadis best done SDF. Sans a year trip away. Any nipa, ne edinkita home, a bringing them. And tonight you hear be a winning dear. Obet me actually a train and Casancasa choir, a barefoot, near bay. Obet me actually. Now, if you see Ben, you'll be so a quana, ye befaswa. Ya client by Yansha on Becca. A bini a macro extension, ya, yes, she say, and a cosmar care, choir befaswa. Ya client on Becca, need money to me to Poma. Ya dear decided to be a for a more. The hour decided to no boy, so more bomb ye meeting. Who choir, you couldn't a dear ewo. To I send over boy, and Yamiadum yedi. Kakra kraden kratas medi duru ho na ye de adese de koto na no kwasemni ye de ko SDF for akra se omo so yimu kakra ana kwasemni SDF for my iska 66,000 Ghana cedis na omo de enkoma Oscar baby a omo akusku obetumi a kyerkyere yen ania ehia yen omo so aba omo gu so omo kyerere yen nia skare no omo de ba ne tene be ya The
SDF prioritizes skills upgrading in the beauty and cosmetic industry because it is one of the providing opportunities for the development of women in enterprise. Bearing in mind the pivotal role they play in providing skills training to apprentices and job creation.
If ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training. On that front, the Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, COTVET, through a Skills Development Fund, is spearheading that agenda in Ghana.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was at number 8 in the world when it comes to cybercrime.
On this program, we shall open up the SDF to you.
So SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff to be very productive.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
We are now even positioned to train about 400 workers.
We gave them $276,000 US. There is a fund from which we are giving grants to businesses to address these challenges.
You develop these moringa plants into products like soap, creams. Okay. My name is Albert Tankra and I bring you SDF Diaries. Make a date with me on GTV. SDF is an initiative of the Government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
The hair and beauty care industry is one of the industries that is changing so fast, very dynamic and fast-paced and so on. So new things are happening, and this particular training is to help them learn how to do what they call extension, hair extension. It has its technical name, but hair extension and so on. Which will add on to the range of services they provide to their clients, and therefore will make them a lot more competitive. In addition to that, the service industry is where there's a lot of contact between the provider and the people who take that service, and therefore customer service is customer care is very important, because on a daily basis they interact with the people who take this service. They see them face to face, and it is important that they learn how to manage customers that come into their business premises in a way that will make them loyal. They can retain them, they can refer them to other businesses, and their business will grow as a result of that.
Courtesy SDF, NAB members in Dormaa Ahenkro have acquired skills in facial treatment, micro hair strand extension and hair fusion. The training was provided by Oyster Institute, a training provider based in Kumasi. To complement the technical skills training, a training in customer care has also helped deepen the managerial competencies of members as they prepare to put their newly acquired skills into practice.
But then a glue gun, if we say a glue and a check gun, now when you see glue, no, I'm a reno. To the glue, no, artificial hair. Starting the main training I a micro strand extension. Second micro strand extension. Extension often mean that you can, but we know a micro strand. If we say the first strand of the hair, near extending. And no any idea to see you two types. One, you use keratinized glue with a glue gun, and one of the second one is mature with a bonding glue, because when we say bonding glue no ever manner easier for them. Into two types, and as I say, Dormaa Ahenkro hanum say.
A mix of technical skills training and customer care training not only enhance the capacity of NAB members on how to apply new skills to generate maximum productivity, but also put them in a better position to achieve modest gains on new skills they have acquired. Beneficiaries are optimistic about the expected impact on the training on their businesses.
First course now, customer care. Na de ba ko a mission free kase pa ebe boam e wo madwumam ni say omo kire yen say yesi kasem kwan be fa so a ye ba tototo yesi kasem eye esan say ye ma yesi kasem entoto no aya na enye fine because be bibia be wura yadwuma atare ade ya ato mpabo ade ya ato emwa ye ma yadwuma nkoso nti obe kire ye kwan be fa so a ye betimi asie sika ye de sika akọ bank na fe ye de bi aboa yadwuma num na fe ya tre yadwuma so ma yadwuma so aye kese eno eto makoma so pa se ndebe kwa akoye madwuma na fe so ade ba akwa mesu afiri ni se ba bia ye adwuma ese be si asiesie wo se bro no aye wo so sei no eno ye kasa ene ye etim boa ye etwe customer e de ba yadwuma mu se first na ye nim esan se di po be ba yadwuma se obe wura yadwuma aye tire nko ane ye ni se oboy ma yadwuma koso ma me sua hu se ba be wo importamu ho no niema ye se be si adi ho ni boye na fe atwinipa edeba yadwumam ma yadwuma etin koso efe so ade ba kwa misua kese se enkanka ya apprentice ayade be yadwuma onso otu yefo se yade be entna se yade be didi nkobo bi enko akiri se efa se bi wo ha bia wo kurukura na wasoma na wo se koye wei wo boyfriend bi wasoma se koye yei nti ono ya mpra ni nkobo nko akiri nkomo aye be body e bi yadwum nkomo ana se bi ba yadwuma ni so de nkomo bi ba se ono ye be bon nkomo bi se ebe ma aye bi abamu a eno so otu ye ho fo se ye nsesa emfiri ho nti eboa mo ho pa ka se
papa no kire ye bibi e ma ye hu kwan ya be fa so ene ye customers atenase kane no na memfa ne se bi e ba yadwuma ma bi kura ye ntime receive ni ye nti o kire ye ne ba ye be receive ya customers se bi ba won chen be receive no fine nti e ma ye hu eno no sanse wantimi anye ne ye bi ba on ma bio sanse nipa de oba won chen o pese tem bia obe hwa no ama ne hu afen so o kire ye se ye mu bebre wo ho e wa adwuma ma ye de namfo sam ase ye hu adwuma na ye no o ma ye hu se ye adwuma na ye business aye tetem bia nipa wa adwuma ma ye hu ye nya daje e ma nipa no kwan a ye be fa so ene ye namfo no bia wo adwuma na oni bi ebon komo nipa no so nam say ye business nti o pena de entem nti e wo se tem bia wo ni nipa na ebe na wadwuma no ma ne hia wo nkomo bi dia wo ko fie a na fe wakwa kodi nti o ma ye hu se ehia se ye ba adwuma ma ye ni every e wo adwuma no so.
Another major outcome of the training in microstrand extension has been the potential for value addition in the hairdressing industry.
Na ye use bonding glue ne de ye adwuma bonding glue kwa na ye nim kwa na ye fa so ye use bonding glue esanse ye use bonding glue de ye adwuma e mani pane tete nti bi ba ye adwuma kwa se oba be ye sa bonding glue na or catch us on yet, not nitty better. Also, I try upon a fasua. Yet the bonding goon year, Juma. You bet me a bonding goon a Philippine team. I am Martin entity. I feel so as some why say, you bet yet, Mamma, young why hurry. Sans a fascino, you bet what you na. And no why, into say, you want to say, how my chair. Sa bonding goon at the yard, Mamma, yet man so I hurry. Na feel check Mrs. Karatin. No, so I break as Casapas, no quality and Nimso City or City, and tea or no other yet human hair near Sergimano. Into say human hair, I did a Sergimano, I break as Casapas say, and no no ya, or tray say, be bossuming Sia Planetino and yet the infrim, who bet me I touch up, who bet my shampoo, until I'm Majuma Aquaso. Since another sentimental, me feel proud of Papa Semadman. I have fine Madma Cosso, many as the party are Wami and Cassani Pedriano.
Such right, they may be brave. Sans I cannot make what name, mamma. Sad, and met me be I do my made one hour, and never a woman who said, me, I met me the better 30 minutes and 45 minutes. I feel to send a no, a boy, send me used to grow gun, no, a use to a year. Nipabo, one no near daddy. Watch me say no dear cry, a bit me ambassador was means see a coffee. No woman to send nippo near daddy, no credit me, nothing to nippa. Or beba a Jumon honor, so let me and a Harris so at the Amano. Nothing said the year, watch designs be media, a bed bright sinipana, or baby, about what let me say, make why Frana make her, send her, or me micro extension. A bit me a manager, man, I fancy, if it's a miracle, make one me any pammy, this a met me any pabetin, and I say, let me a cosso, let me a majumana air tumpon. Sans the mania, a DIS room, cry the Akamajumano.
If ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training. On that front, the Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, COTVET, through a Skills Development Fund, is spearheading that agenda in Ghana.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people?
That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was at number 8 in the world when it comes to cybercrime.
On this program, we shall open up the SDF to you.
So SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff to be very productive.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
We are now even positioned to train about 400 workers.
We give them $276,000 US. There is a fund from which we are giving grants to businesses to address these challenges.
You develop these moringa plants into product like soap, creams. Okay. My name is Albert Tankra and I bring you SDF Diaries. Make a date with me on GTV. SDF is an initiative of the Government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida. All too soon, we've come to the end of another exciting edition on SDF Diaries. Today, we got Beauty and Cosmetic Lesson 101, and I'm sure you enjoyed every bit of it. I have to run off now. Join me same time next week on SDF Diaries. Bye for now.